Welcome to a garden backyard orchard update. I'm going to combine them for this one. We've already gotten 8 pounds of peeled and cored sliced apples in the freezer. This is the next batch, roughly about the same amount, so I would imagine that's going to yield about 8 more pounds of cored and sliced. I picked some of the last tomatoes and green peppers, and there's a few jalapenos in there that started turning red. It's a little frustrating because I didn't plant my own peppers, and I bought them from old Walmart, and they're supposed to be orange, yellow, green, and red. And it doesn't matter how long I've left them on the vine. We've still got some in the refrigerator. They're not changing color. I really thought they would. I've never had luck with that. I think one year we had luck with some colored peppers, but I think they get mislabeled, and we get a lot of green peppers, which is fine. But my daughter, youngest daughter, really likes the yellow, red, and orange peppers, so that's why we planted those. So I'll take you outside and we'll show you what's going on outside quick. This is where the cantaloupe are, and cucumbers. I think we had like half a dozen cucumbers this year. I've never had a lot of luck growing those. These boxes worked pretty well. We got quite a few cantaloupe this year. I've picked 3 now. I don't like cantaloupe, but the kids do. I gave one to the neighbors. But we're gonna have a lot of cantaloupe this year. We got a few tomatoes left on the vine. I'm not canning any of them, but we've been using a lot of them. Gave some to some neighbors. You can see the apple tree's got a lot of apples on it. I think I'm gonna try and get those picked. I don't think it's gonna happen today because I've got to do some other stuff, but I'm gonna try and get them picked tomorrow or the next day. And then we'll be done with apples, so at least harvesting. You can see the garden is overgrown. I quit weeding it. I mean, we've been done with beans, lettuce for a while. You can still see there's beans on the plants, but we're done with them, so I haven't been picking them. And it's just been growing up. We'll have to get in and till it under shortly. We got 2 meals out of the sweet corn, which is about all you get when you only plant. It's a 1 row of sweet corn, 1 row of popcorn. So this is the popcorn, and the ears haven't dropped yet, but I mean, I could pick them and just let them dry in the house too. This is the popcorn. Strawberry popcorn is what it's called. And that looks like it turned out good. They're not huge ears, but so I gotta harvest that, and that's still got moisture in it, so it needs to dry. I got one overgrown kohlrabi left that I need to pick. We have been eating off the broccoli. That's what this tall flowering stuff is for a while. If you trim them, it'll keep shooting sprouts up, and we've eaten a ton of broccoli this year. I see there's still some I could pick off this plant here, which if I come get that kohlrabi, I'll probably cut that off. But it's just ready to be tilled under. I've picked all the red onions. This is our last batch of, you can see the row of radishes there. It's our last batch of radishes that I planted. I think I did 6 cycles. So after I picked a row, I would plant another row. And this is the last one I planted. And some of those are ready to go, which I'll be harvesting a few of those here. Pepper plants, they were supposed to be different colors. It didn't work out that way. Well, we're just winding down here. I quit weeding a while ago. It's quite a task to keep it weeded all year, and I do. But when we start finishing up with what we're going to eat, then I kind of quit weeding too. I just got so much other stuff to do. It's a really good year for apples. Last year, I think, I want to say we had 2 or 3 apples. So it's been a really good year for apples, which is good because the kids love applesauce. We've got a number of butternut squash, and they are big. But they're not ready to go yet. I think last year or the year before I did a video on how to tell when to pick a watermelon. For cantaloupe, where the stem comes into the fruit, if you just kind of push on a little, when it's ready, that'll pop right off. So if you apply just a little pressure right here, it'll start to pop. I mean, these are close, but they're not ready yet. It should come fairly easily, and that's not yet. So there's a number of these that are going to be coming ready in the next couple of days. So if you remember in the spring, I talked about having bees live through the winter. We did. There was no queen, so they all left and found another hive, the ones that were alive. But you can see we have a ton of bees here. They're back robbing. They're robbing what was left from what was left over from the winter, which was probably 1.5 boxes of honey that I never harvested. We have, we eat low carb, and I already have about 160 pounds of honey stored away. I wasn't going to spend the time to harvest it. So these guys are taking it, cleaning up for me, and I'm okay with that. So this is what's taking a lot of my time right now. We've had a huge deck here. Everything you see in the new concrete, so from about where the tractor is parked over there, the John Deere, this way was all deck. And it will now be concrete. I've already poured 2 new chunks. I've got to finish ripping this out and grading this and pour this in. So it'll all be patio. Kids want me to put a basketball hoop about where the camera's standing right now. We already have one down there. They want a full court. Yeah, that's not happening, but that's what's taking a lot of my time right now. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you on the next video.